What's going on, everyone? So, Scream has a history of flannel, right? Many of you may know, for those that don't. In almost every Scream movie, there has been, or at least most of them, there has been a character, if not multiple characters, that wear flannel, and they are Ghostface. In particular, a blue type of flannel. As you can see, you got Richie and Billy are two characters that have flannel. Talk on some more here in a moment, but it's kind of always been this sort of indicator that people have noticed over the years of like, oh, look, that's your kind of clue. When you see somebody in a flannel, particularly a blue type of flannel, that's a good signal and sign that that is going to be Ghostface, that is going to be at least one of the Ghostface. And so it is something that we all kind of look for. And, the new trailer came out. We're all kind of just watching the trailer, going through the trailer, this, that, and the other. And then, you don't notice stuff until you go, you watch it first as a fan, and then you go into it and really start to kind of dive into it. And it's like, okay, you get through the thing, and it's like, okay, cool. They didn't spoil any killers, right? And, you're looking for little clues and little subtleties and things like that, right? Like I said, Billy and Richie both wearing flannel. Two other characters you might be familiar with, right? Jill wearing blue flannel, right? That's another kind of tie-in and connection. Charlie, blue flannel. It was like a bluish brown flannel, but still, right? Like there's no judgment here. It's just like, are they wearing flannel? And does that flannel have blue in it? And if it does, that's usually a good sign. That's usually a good indicator, once again, of like, that person is a killer. Now, sometimes they'll do things where, they have misdirection, right? And they'll try to kind of use the flannel in a way to where, because you got to keep in mind, right? They know as well as we do that that we notice these little repetitive clues, right? So it would make sense that they would kind of use that against us. Great example is, like I said, Scream 4. Trevor ends up wearing flannel, but he's wearing like red and black, and then I think it's like black and white. It's not like the blue. You can argue, I think he has like one that's like kind of like a grayish, it's like gray and white, like a grayish white, which again kind of signaled to, oh my goodness, Trevor must be Ghostface. But that was the misdirection. No, it wasn't the boyfriend again. It was Jill. It was the actual girlfriend. It was the Sydney character, right? The new Sydney character that they're trying to prop up and build up, right? So again, we have, oh, hey, here is a handful of examples of a character wearing flannel, particularly blue flannel, and their Ghostface. And then we have an example, as I mentioned, with Trevor, where he's wearing flannel. It's not the blue flannel, and he's not Ghostface. A little misdirection, a little sleight of hand, might I add. Well, like I said, you get into the trailer, you dive into the trailer, and you start to really notice things, such as you have several characters just walk around: Isabel May, Celeste O'Connor, and the McKenna Grace. And they're just, minding their own business, a very Halloween-esque style scene where they're just kind of walking down the road, and maybe Ghostface is stalking them, maybe the Ghostface isn't, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just this nice little moment, introduce the characters, might get a quick little brief shot of them, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, that's great. You notice, nice, little pink ensemble. You got the little handbag on your way to school. And then you may have looked past it. You may have noticed it. Just so happens she's wearing, a skirt with the, pink ensemble. And that skirt just happens to have flannel or be flannel. And then you're like, okay. And then you notice the blue flannel. And it's like, wait a minute, time out. Hold up, time out here. Did Scream 7 actually reveal the killer? Did Scream 7 just spoil who one of the killers are in Scream 7? Seriously. Right? Because, again, every time a Ghostface or every time a character has worn a blue flannel, they have been Ghostface. Now, like I mentioned, sometimes they have the misdirection, like with Trevor. Is this a misdirection thing? Because, like I mentioned, that's why I laid the groundwork and took a while to get into this, because I really wanted to set it up. They know as well as we do all the little nuances, all the little things that, we notice as fans, and they read social media and all of that stuff. They know that we would find that. They know that we would make that connection. Is this them revealing the killer? I mean, they did in the Scream V trailer. Literally, Amber and Richie. It's like, okay, they're either the killers or Sam's the killer. Or Sydney's the killer. Can't be Sydney. Sure, maybe they do Sam, but are they really going to do Scream 4 all over again? Probably not. Right? Like, so Scream 5 revealed the trailer, or revealed the killer in the trailer. Did Scream 7 just do the same? I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. But look, I would hope that it's something where, because it can't be the only shot we get of McKenna Grace. So, I would imagine that they have other shots. Is that something that they just kind of overlooked? Is that something that maybe just kind of snuck under the radar and kind of got past them? I mean, that is very possible. We've seen things like that happen. So, again, these are all questions, but like I said, it's very possible that they did spoil the killers in this film, or in this, or at least one of them in this. I hope not. I hope that they, this is just simply a misdirection thing. Just because it's been a trend. I mean, what better way to kind of divert expectations and kind of pull a I gotcha moment than having us believe that, hey, in 4 out of the 6 movies, we've had a character wearing flannel, particularly blue flannel, and they're Ghostface. And then, you get to Scream 7 and it's like, haha, we got you this time. This time, it's actually this way, right? Like, so I'm hoping that they're a little more cautious from that they learn their lesson, right, from Scream 5. But if I'm being honest, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little concerned that that's the case. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? First off, do you think that that's what they actually did? Do you think that they're not clever enough to do that? Right? They like, again, we look at Scream 5, they did that. They just released, we know McKenna Grace the killer. But even if we do, right? Like, even if we do find, because who knows? I mean, we could find out that she's the killer early. Right? Maybe that is one of the few shots of her, and then you don't get her again until she's Ghostface, in the middle of the movie. There's talks about there being an early Ghostface reveal. There's also the potential for the cult route, to where you get, maybe you get a dozen Ghostface, or something like that. I hope not that many, but you get my point. Like, maybe we get a handful of Ghostface, and it's like, haha, okay, cool. So yeah, they kind of like let us know a Ghostface, but they didn't let us know the other 4, right? And kind of give us that misdirection type thing, where we go into the movie and we're kind of so focused on, Hannah Grace. But anyway, again, let me know your thoughts and opinion either way down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. We enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.